Over the last few weeks, I've seen countless people come into my DMs about situations regarding some not so friendly creators. Yet, they all seem to ask me the same question: can you expose this person for me? But this time, I think this situation needs to be talked about. One of the many artists in the Gorilla Tag community has unfortunately been called out for being a pervert and has allegedly created CP of Gorilla Tag content creators and Gorilla Tag players alike, as well as allowing minors to buy these products if they are 13 or older. If you're unfamiliar with who this unknown artist is or what the entire situation actually is, I'll explain everything in this video and why this is a gross misuse of having the ability to create art. So before we dive into this horrible situation, don't forget to like and subscribe and stick to the end to hear the truth if this artist is really who they have allegedly been called out for. Now before we go over and talk about the situation itself and explain what exactly the entire thing actually was, first let's introduce who this creator is before we get over what they have allegedly done. First of all, from my understanding, this creator goes under the alias of Random Serb. They are not popular by any means at all, and is actually believed to have switched accounts several times under the same alias. Despite this not being too important, earlier this year I was given information on this person, and about the fact that their actions are completely unacceptable. You see, nobody has yet to actually cover this situation, but they would do commissions. At first this may seem fine, many artists do commissions to gain money. And by all means I am not jealous about the fact that they are making money, but instead what these commissions are and what the content they actually contain. Like I said at the start of the video, there were allegations of Random Serb and the fact that they were making sexually explicit Gorilla Tag content, which could have included minors. And this unfortunately seems likely to be true. You see, I was sent photos, blurred of course, of the content that they were posting online. The most shocking part about the situation is that with the fact that Random Serb had done commissions, he had made graphic content that included minors. The first instance of this includes someone named VR, who I've previously made a video on. Without going into too much detail to possibly gain myself a channel strike, it unfortunately shows here that they have used Lana's avatar to create sexual content. This is not only disgusting, but this is actually a criminal offense, and Random Serb can actually get arrested for this. However, this isn't the only instance of this happening. As we slowly reveal who Random Serb is, I'll show you how bad their actions can really get. I don't intend to waste your time, but we've already covered one instance where Random Serb created sexually explicit content of a minor, but it seems like things get a whole lot worse. You see, in the first instance, which included Lana VR, she is actually only 14 years of age, so this is clearly just severely perverted. Despite the fact I do not know the age of Random Serb, it could be claimed that they are very perverted. Furthermore, there is evidence of them making perverted art with another creator who went under the alias of Peachy. Now, I'm not exactly sure who this actually is, and if you have any knowledge on who they actually are, then please comment it down below. But either way, that's not the point that I'm trying to get across. Random Serb yet again went out of their way to make more explicit content, which included this person named Peachy. Keep in mind, I believe this was made after the image of Lana VR was made, and it's just sickening. Somehow, this isn't even the worst part. You see, I was sent a zip file containing an overall amount of 20 photos about Random Serb and their actions, ranging from chat logs to even a confession. Either way though, let's just continue with some more shocking news. You see, there is another incident too where Random Serb even used explicit photos on his Discord profile, and if you didn't know, this is actually not only potentially showing sexual content to minors, since you only need to be 13 to use the Discord app, but it is also against their terms of service, and when they were confronted about this, they acted like they didn't know what was going on until photographic evidence was actually sent to them. At first, they acted unsure, but as soon as a photo came out, they knew they couldn't hide it. Either way, you may think that Random Serb may have felt guilty for making these commissions, but keep in mind, these were commissions. People paid for these, so of course, they agreed. There's even proof where they are fine with agreeing to do these actions, making this content, and it's just disgusting. Looking at the chat logs, they don't really know why they started doing it, most likely for the money I suppose. Now, they also do state that they was given Robux to make that actual content of Lana VR, but either way, it's still wrong considering that she is still a real person and most likely did not agree to being this whatsoever. If you still don't believe me after the fact I've shown you more evidence than I needed to provide, well, it got to a point where someone named Hamlet actually spoke to Random Serb, and after talking to them for a moment, not long, but rather a short period of time, they very quickly admitted to the fact that they made very sexual Gorilla Tag content. I'm not sure what the context is to the second part of the situation, but Random Serb even admitting to going to Dandy's World and Gorilla Tag. And the final piece of proof from this message log is the fact that even after everything, even feeling guilty and thinking that they deserve to go to prison, it seems seems like they didn't change at all. And from the last part of the message, I think they were trying to imply that they would have done it again, but it was a slim chance. However, slim does not mean zero. Finally, I did actually manage to get into a group chat with random Serb, so I decided to ask them about their actions and why they actually did it. But I suppose the best thing to do is to just look at this footage. So let's just take a look. Random Serb, I've come to speak because obviously I've been told numerous things. To start, okay, just to start it off, why'd you do the things you did? I know it's commission. Did you just do it because of the payment? If you don't mind me asking, by the way, how old are you? I'll just say it straight up. Why did you basically make photography of Lana VR? Gorilla tag or not, why did you do it? Do you know you can go for prison for making it's essentially child pornography? Are you still doing these? Are you still doing these commissions now? Or have you stopped? No, you're not. Okay. You know this already, I'm presuming. But obviously what you've done is not alright. I'm not trying to like intimidate you in any way, but obviously you're 13 and you've done these things. Have you stopped all of it? Have you stopped this, yeah? Alright. I just want to drill it into your head that obviously what you've done isn't right. You're not obviously 18. You're not like a proper pred or anything like that. But even still, obviously, what you've actually done is wrong. Yeah. Right, good. Listen, have any of the people who've commissioned you spoke to you since, or have you cut off connections? Why'd they block you? I just need to know one more thing, random. You've stopped completely, right? You've not continued since. Right, okay, good. I know this was decently recent, so just take a moment, or take several moments if needed, to just kind of think, because this is, in all honesty, this is really disgusting from what I've heard. It's not right. That's all I want to say. I'm not just gonna flame you. I'm not gonna tell you to do a bunch of horrible things. I'm just saying it's not right. You've learnt your lesson and that's that, but just please don't do it again. Right, so it's about time we wrap this video up once and for all. So first, let me just summarise that with all this proof and information, that Random Serb has been found guilty of these actions, creating growth content, and this is just unacceptable, considering creators like Lana VR, who is actually a minor, is mentioned and essentially put into the artwork, which is just severely wrong. However, as much as I don't ask for your forgiveness, I do not ask you to spread hate either. You see, despite their wrongdoings, Random Serb claims to be 13. And when I spoke to them in that VC, I really tried to drill it into their head that I hope they improve on themselves. But I would rather get the word out there about this situation rather than stay silent about it. As much as his actions are wrong, all I ask is that you do not spread hate. If you want to forgive them, that is your choice. But either way, what do you think about this topic? Comment it down below. Also, don't forget to join the Discord server via the Discord server link in the description. Remember to also like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you get notified every time that I post content. And I'm also trying to hit 100,000 subscribers before my birthday. And you know what? I think I can do it. Yet again though, thank you all for making it to the end of the video, if you did. And until next time, this is PieterPie, signing off for the night. Or day if you're watching this. Either way, I'll see you all later and have an awesome day or night.